Greetings all and welcome to Scully's Guide for all the Codex entries of Balmorra. Before we get started, I would like to give a shout out to a certain individual that made this guide possible. That is Val'Clari Katsumi.
Thanks.
And I hope I said your name right there, sir. So it requires 2 individuals to be able to access the green matrix shard here on Balmorra. And this individual did not need it, but he went out of his way to help somebody else out, and I do appreciate that, and I want to make sure that you get recognized for that. If you're looking for a certain codex entry here on Balmorra, be sure to check the description box below. We'll have everything timestamped, so you can just click and go right to it. With all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started, starting with locations. There are 8 locations for all the classes except the Inquisitor, who gets an extra one during his class quest. The first one that you're going to run into is Sobrik, and you'll get that one just as soon as you step out of the spaceport. For our second location, go ahead and make your way to the speeder and fly all the way down south. This is Troida Military Workshop, and you'll get that one about the time you start to land. For our third location, go ahead and hop on a speeder. It doesn't matter where you start, but we're going to make our way all the way up to north. And this is for Bugtown. As soon as you land, go ahead and work your way all the way down the ramp, and somewhere right along in here you should get your codex entry. Our fourth codex entry is Outpost Victory, and that is going to be located down the southern part of the map. So we're down here, and the closest speeder is all the way up here, so you're going to have to follow that path down to the southeast, and here's a bigger map so you guys have a better idea where we're at. Up next we have the Okara Droid factory, which is located on the southwest part of the map. Location number 6 is Outpost Traken-4, and this one is located about the northwest part of the map, with our closest speeder being right over here. Just go ahead and follow that up to the north. Number 7 is Balmorran Arms Factory. This is located on the far northeast side of the map. A lot of these you're going to get just by questing, and this is one of them. As long as you do your class quest and or planetary, you should get it. And for our final location, we're going to head down the elevator here, and this is going to give us Ghost Town. And I'll bring up the map just as soon as we actually get that codex entry so that you guys can see where we're at. There are 4 Datacrons that will increase your stats. The first one is located in the Balmorran Arms Factory. From that speeder, go ahead and follow it all the way up to the northeast, and here's another map view of it. So we're going to go ahead and go inside the Balmorran's Arms Factory. Once you get inside, go ahead and snake your way around. There's a set of stairs you're going to climb right about here. Once you get onto that platform, continue north, and you're going to climb this elevator. Once you get to the top of the elevator, go ahead and snake your way around. We're going to go outside of the building. Once you get outside, go ahead and open up the map. From the exit point, work your way to the east. And there's a shuttle platform right there. And right below that platform is where the Datacron is going to be. And that Datacron will give you a +2 to mastery. Our second Datacron is located in the Okara Droid factory. You can get there from this speeder right here. Just go ahead and follow that off to the west. Here's another map view of where we're actually located at. We're going to go ahead and head off inside the Okara Droid factory. Once you get inside, the map is going to look like this. Go ahead and go down south. and then off to the west, and you're looking for this elevator right here. Take that all the way down to the bottom. Once you get to the bottom, get off the elevator and proceed to the east, off to the north, until you get to an area that looks like this. We're going to go ahead and jump off this platform, and then jump off that platform. And you're looking for an area over here on the right. This has got a little doorway, and I'll bring up the map so you have a better idea where we're at. And once I go through this doorway, we're going to go ahead and shut sprint off. And as we look down, you can see there's some pipes down there. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to wiggle our way down on those pipes. And I kind of do this at an angle so I don't fall all the way down, because this drop will kill you if you're not careful. So there's the first pipe. Now I'm looking at the second pipe, and I'm just walking off. I'm not jumping. And down there is the Datacron. I'll go ahead and rotate so you can get a better idea where that's at. And you can see it right down there. So we've only got one more jump to go, and like I said, I'm not actually jumping. I'm just walking off with sprint off. And there you go. This one also gives a +2 to mastery. Our third Datacron is located over in the canyon. From this speeder, we're going to follow the path down to the east. And from where we're standing, it's just southeast of us right here. So we're just going to follow the path all the way until we see a slanted rock face, and you can see it right there. Once we get up to the top of that rock face, all you have to do is just follow the path all the way there. Our final Datacron requires a certain key in order to be able to access it, so head off to Bugtown, and just southeast of that speeder is where we're at now. So you can see where we're at, and the merchant is just on top of this hill, so go ahead and follow the pathway until you find that merchant. Once you find him, you're looking for an item that costs about 6,000 credits, and the name of that item is the Lost Code Cylinder. We're going to go ahead and purchase one of those.
Come back anytime.
After you've purchased that, we're going to head back to Bugtown, and just north of the speeder, you're going to find a broken down bridge, which is located right about here. Once you've found that bridge, we're going to go on the north side of that, up a small incline. And it'll be right in front of us, and it's kind of like a little briefcase. Just go ahead and open that up. You're also going to want to make sure that you click on the Datacron itself in order to activate it. And this is also going to give you a +2 to mastery. As a matter of fact, all the Datacrons here will give a +2 to mastery. The Matrix Shard on Balmorra is green, requires 2 people to access, and is located inside the Nibre warehouse. Once you're inside, go ahead and make your way down south, and you're going to find an elevator right here. We're going to take that elevator up to the 2nd floor. Once you get up top, you have a couple of guys you're going to deal with, and then you're going to be stuck by that force field right there. So there's only one way to shut it down, and in order to do that, there's a switch over here on the wall. At the exact same time you're pressing this switch, somebody has to be on the opposite wall pressing that switch, and that will open up the force field so that you can get through. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find somebody to help us out with that. And once again, I'd like to give a shout out to Val'Clari Katsumi for making this portion of the video possible. Not only that, but he actually went out of his way in doing so. As you can see, we're both hitting the button at the same time, which causes the force field to disappear, and I'm going to run through it. I don't show it, but on the left hand side is a little button that if you ever got trapped, it only requires one person to press that, and that's how you would be able to get out. So once again, thank you, Sir Val, for being so kind and helping us out. I just wanted to make sure that you get recognized for that. There's only one organization located inside the Nibre. From that speeder, go ahead and work your way to where we're at now, and then we're just going to run right inside. Like I said, it's located in the Nibre warehouse. The name of it is the Balmorran Resistance, and you'll find it right here on a computer terminal. Just go ahead and access that one, and I'll give it to you. And I will bring up the map so that you can see what we're at. This is what it looks like. Just work your way down south, and like I said, it's right there on that computer terminal. There's only one person of note on this planet that you have to worry about, as the rest of them are received while you're doing your class story. So this particular one that we're worried about comes from doing a quest from the messenger, who is located just northwest of the speeder that you can see right here. So the quest that he has is called the Governor's Call, and if you do not have access to that, that means that you need to either advance your class and or planetary in order to gain access to it. Once you have that quest, go ahead and turn it in, and that will grant you the Codex entry for Darth Lachris. There are two entries for the species, the first up being Gran, located inside the cantina just south of the spaceport. Once you get inside the cantina, go ahead and open up your map. We're going to work our way down south, down the stairs, off to the east. We're going to head up the elevator. Once you get to the top of the elevator, go ahead and turn around, and at the end of the hall on the right hand side is a little podium we're going to click on. Our next species is the mutated Colicoid, and he's going to be located inside the Balmorran's Arm Factory. Go ahead and work your way from this speeder up to the north. Once you get there, go ahead and work your way to the factory. From the inside of the factory, we're going to snake our way around, looking for a set of stairs right about here to climb up. Once you're there, go ahead and work your way up north to an elevator, and we're going to take that elevator all the way up. From the top of the elevator, go ahead and snake your way around. We're going to go outside. Once you come outside, go ahead and make a left, and this is the general location of where the Colicoids spawn, if they still do. I don't know. I've read that they do. I've read that some people are having a really rough time with it, but I've also read that it has an extremely long spawn timer. Unfortunately, that's something that I could not prove because I was kind of running out of time for this particular guide. But what I did do is kill a soldier, and that one doesn't work. So apparently we're after a Colicoid worker. And I'm just kind of showing off the area here, giving you guys a general idea of where they do spawn at, or at least from what I've read. Now, if you play an Inquisitor, you finish your class quest and you have access to an area right up here. I'm going to do a little bit more driving around, and I'm going to show you guys where I was able to kill a soldier on screen, as well as give you guys an idea of how you can kill a Colicoid if there is one that spawns up there and you want to get access to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop on this platform right here, and as you can see, there's a little bit of a pathway right over there. I'm going to go ahead and make my way over here, and right at the base of that pathway is a little rock right there. I'm going to give it a couple of hops and hop up there, and then from that particular rock I'm going to make one more jump. Onto a rock facing right here. At that point, I'm going to go ahead and dismiss my pet, and it's actually going to take me a couple of tries to get it right. We're going to dismiss her and call her back out.
Just don't forget we're a team, alright?
As you can see here, she doesn't spawn exactly where I want her to, so I kind of moved down just a little bit. Be careful because you fall off this really easy. Dismiss her again, and then call her back out, and you'll see she appears on the rock face. At that point, you can go ahead and send her in. There's a soldier right there. Of course, we're after a worker, but this is just to show you guys what you could do if you needed to. I'm going to send her in, and then I'm going to pull her back.
Trouble on the way.
And you're going to see that soldier come to me, and at that point, then I have access to be able to kill him right there. So if that was a worker, if you saw one up there, that's how you could get to him. I've read that other classes can actually roll up there. I haven't tried that myself, but unfortunately, I cannot prove or disprove whether one actually spawns here or not. Like I said, I read that they do, I've read that they don't. But this is an area where they say they do spawn and roam at, so there for you guys to check out. There are 4 entries under the Beastiary category. The first one that we're going to be taking a look at is the Bormu. This is a Bormu plane strider. You don't have to kill him, just walk right up to him to get credit. And these guys are located on the southwestern part of the map. Our second Beastiary that we're taking a look at is the Ravenous Dark Spire. Once you kill him, you'll get credit for the Wingmaw. The third Beastiary is Zeldrate. You can get that by killing a Zeldrate tainted mother. She is also a quest-related NPC, so you could just wait until you get around to doing your planetary bonus quest and get her that way. The final codex entry for Beastiary is also shared with the species, and that is the Mutated Colicoid worker. So unless you were lucky enough to get one of those, you're going to be leaving the planet short 1 beast and 1 species. There are 6 pieces of lore for the Agent and the Hunter, but those are class related, so we're going to stick to the 5 that everybody else has. The first one up that we're looking at is the Balmorran Pollution, and that's just a canister in the northwest part of the map. This piece of lore is located inside the Balmorran's Arm Factory. We're going to go ahead and work our way in there, and I'll bring up the map after we already collect it. So the name of this one is called the Invasion of Balmorra, and you're going to see it as soon as we turn around the corner here. And now we'll go ahead and show the map of where that's located for those that need it. There's the speeder. Go ahead and work your way up to the northeast. And once you get there, go ahead and go inside. And here's the entrance, and there's where it's at. Our third piece of lore is going to be in the southwest part of the map, and it's called Imperial Subjugation. This one's going to be inside the building that you can see here on the east side of the map, and it'll be on a bookshelf. Up next, we're headed to the Okara Droid factory. Once you get there, go ahead and make your way inside. Once inside, work your way down south, and off to the west is an elevator. We're going to ride that elevator all the way down. At the bottom, go ahead and work your way to about the center of the room, and there's a platform that you can cross off to the east. Have your character facing to the southeast, and you'll find the terminal that is glowing light blue. That is for the Balmorran Corporations. For our final piece of lore, go ahead and make your way over to this area, and here's the speeder that we're going to be leaving from, and the direction we're facing is south. We're going to go ahead and make our way up a little ramp over here. Then just kind of jump off the side. And what we're looking for is that tent over there on the left hand side. And inside that tent we're looking for the Imperial military on Balmorra. The epic enemy for this map is located down in the far southwest. His name is Grandfather. I'm not going to waste any time with trying to kill him because this guy's already running pretty long, but we will give him a little quick drive-by before we move on. For the Tyrant of Balmorra, there are 5 NPCs that we're going to have to end up killing. The first one is going to take us the longest because he is actually quest related. So what we're looking for is this droid over in this location, and he's going to give us a quest called Calling All Droids. That quest will eventually lead to us killing C11. Now, in order to be able to access this particular quest, you will have to be on, or at least up to, the bonus series quest. That means that you're going to have to knock out your class quest and the original planetary quest before you can actually get this one. So once you have it, go ahead and start working on it, and eventually you're going to get a quest that's going to update, and you're going to be able to pull out C11 and go ahead and go to town on him. Our second NPC is Captain Devsh. Unfortunately, somebody killed him right before I got there. That's okay though. At least you guys can see where he spawns at. So I'll go ahead and bring up the map, and if you find the speeder, he is just to the northeast of it. A good way to find him actually is there's a downed ship in that area. You can see it right there on the map. Our third NPC spawns right around where Grandfather spawns at, down the southwest part of the map, and this is a Swoopstriker. Our fourth NPC is the Resistance Mercenary Commando. He is located down the southeast part of the map. Next NPC can be found northwest of the speeder here. Travel down one set of elevators and make your way to where we're at. Right here. And then we're going to jump down an elevator and make our way over here. So as we're riding down the elevator, the name of the NPC we're looking for is Smuggler PhyloDaan. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get this guy either, but at least you guys will know where he spawns at. Okay, so as soon as we get down here, I'll pull up the map, and we're going to make our way from where we're at now down to the southeast. This is a heroic area, but the NPCs are far enough spread out that you shouldn't have any problems, especially if you're the right level. And as you can see, he should have been right here next to the speeder. Unfortunately, he wasn't here. I'm not sure what the spawn timer is on him, so we will go ahead and wrap up from here. We got pretty close to finishing out the map. Unfortunately, I didn't have the time it takes to wait on the mutated Colicoid worker, so we're missing the species as well as a Beastiary, since he does in fact count for both of those. And then our last one is the title. I showed you guys where to get it, but I'm not going to mess with the Grandfather. Since we are running a little bit long, we'll go ahead and end it here. I hope that everybody found it enjoyable and got something out of it. I look forward to seeing everybody next time. Until then, have a good one.